First, though, 2026 is underway, and that means projections are rolling in for the new year. I sat down with Chris Edmonds, president of Fixed Income and Data Services at NYSE parent company Intercontinental Exchange. He offered his insight to what he has seen and why he thinks we'll see plenty of resiliency this year. Let's take a look.
Well, certainly think all things fixed income. So that's execution, whether it's our bond platforms or clearing in our credit default swaps, everything in between and that vertical piece that exists there. Then I would say all things data. So we price 3.2 million securities every single day across the world. All of that information is incredibly important. And then our feeds business, our desktops, however those pieces of data are delivered into ecosystems of our clients is where I spend most of my time. The team's about 1,700 people operating around the world 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
You're very active, and we see you producing content on a regular basis on social media as well. In fact, in 2025, writing at length about the resiliency of U.S. financial markets. Why are you confident that that resiliency will continue throughout 2026?
Look around the world. Where else do you want to be? It's very hard to have a portfolio, whether it's a small part or a large part, that's not important if it doesn't include U.S. assets along the way. The resiliency of our securities issued by the government and the faith in the United States government to pay those securities on time has never been broken. And that's incredibly important for people who want to run a balanced portfolio and want to provide an opportunity for a return long-term with their assets.
Chris, some economists claim that data center spending and compute power as it relates to AI kept the economy afloat in 2025. How do you see the AI story playing out in 2026?
Certainly at a macro level, it's a fair statement that it was a big focus. Everyone was chasing that opportunity at the end of the day. I believe in 2026, we're going to see a more granular implication. And what I mean by that is now we're moving to apps versus having a browser effect. Now we're going to move to an app that actually changes your life. The interesting thing for us is what drives those apps are unique and proprietary data sets. That's what we specialize in. So we've seen a lot of opportunity to take our data that works on the backside of these very large models at the end of the day to give the user experience each one of those developers are looking to deliver. So I'm very interested to see how we get more granular in order to get more personal. The more personal we are, the more revenue I believe the AI will generate and the more sustainable it becomes along the way.
Such a big story that we've been following.
It's a massive story. But the other part that we have is in our futures business, all of the power around the data centers, all of that's being hedged across our market leading platforms around the world. So we get two looks at that. We get not only the unique data that goes in there, but also the cost of operation on the AI side. And that's going to be mission critical as people actually have to come pay the bills for all that money that was spent along the way.
Let's talk about trends in 2026. What else is on your radar?
Certainly there are alternative data sets that are out there, things like Reddit and Polymarket. Really gives us the opportunity to go real time. Make a decision, not only make a decision real time, but make another decision of how do I hedge that position real time. That influence hasn't really been available until just the last little bit of time. So I look forward to seeing how that impacts our business, how those impact our trading models for all the clients that look to us for that, to provide that data in a very, very safe and delivered manner. More importantly, transparency. So those are transparency in real time examples. But if I look at the housing market as an example, insurance costs becoming a massive story in 2025 will become a bigger story in 2026 along the way. And we have products around there that are actually shedding light on what the actual cost of how to insure a home is in a given geography, given the risk factors. So you can make a much better informed decision, not only as a consumer, but as an underwriter of those insurance products along the way. So both those things, I'd label it transparency along the way, but it's either real time or at granular levels that had not yet or not previously been part of the equation.
Well, it's great to have you in New York. You're based in Atlanta. What brings you to Manhattan?
Well, every January, the Fixed Income and Data Services Group gets together to celebrate the success of the previous year and set the stage for the coming year. So this is our annual SKO or sales kickoff here at NYSE. We love to have it here at the epicenter of capitalism, which is what we refer to it all the time. And So we have people coming from all around the world, team members who celebrate what they've done this year and help us plan to make sure that we are providing our clients the exact value they need in 2026.
All right, thanks again to Chris Edmonds, ICE's president of Fixed Income and Data Services, for that interview.